How's it going, YouTube? This is Zeke from Coyotemon Plays, and today we have a match between Mother D Reaper on the left and Armor Rush on the right. Armor Rush is going to start us off with the Jamming Vmon, and then Digivolve into Flamedramon to pass the turn. Mother D Reaper is hatched. Searcher is played for 1, and then another Searcher is played for 3. Flamedramon will promote. We have Fire Rocket going down already. Mother D Reaper is always a race, so any extra security is always nice. And of course, first check is Gatekeeper. This is actually incorrect. He does not have the Mother in place, so he does not recover 1 at this point. So I guess it was good to hit it then, but it still comes into play. And second security is an X antibody. And then we play down the Searcher V to pass turn, picking up a Magnamon. Mother D Reaper will promote. Play out the X antibody card, slot under a Searcher. So playing out the Jerry, reduce cost of 2, using Jerry's effect, placing another Searcher underneath. Gatekeeper's not alive, but it is a big body at this point in the match. But we do just play Bubbles to pass the turn, and absorb another Searcher. Armor Rush will hatch the Dimmy V, to devolve into Vmon. We see another Fire Rocket in hand. Fire Rocket's played. Swing in with the Flamedra. It's Jerry and Bubbles. Bubbles will play. And trigger. So it doesn't play itself, but it does get the security effect off. Lydramon's Digivolved. Lydramon will swing in, hitting another Bubbles. And now Gatekeeper is live. Like I said, it's always a race against Mother D Reaper. Unfortunately, with all those Bubbles and security, it was kind of hard to beat this. Digging a little bit, picking up the Magna. Bubbles will swing in. Armor Purging. Gatekeeper will swing in and Armor Purge the other. We see Creep Hands, the blocker played down. Another Searcher. Another Searcher played. Swinging over, not actually using the Jerry this time. And another Searcher played to choke to 1. That Gatekeeper suspended, so let's see if he can make a miracle happen. But no, looks like he's just going to pass with a Davis. Picks up the Magnamon X there. We see swing in with Creep Hands. Swing in with Jerry. Swing in with Gatekeeper. So there was Pendulum Feet earlier, not Creep Hands. Now he's going to swing in with the Creep Hands. Hits Megadeth, suspending, and then bouncing the Gatekeeper. But he just has Reaper in hand. So swing in, and that's going to wrap up Game 1. On to Game 2. No rookie, but we do see a Davis pick up a Jamming V. Mother D Reaper is hatched. Searcher for 1. Pendulum Feet for 3. Grabbing another Pendulum and a Searcher. Just another Pendulum Feet to pass. This time grabbing up. He can actually grab both of those because it's one Searcher and one D Reaper card, and Searcher is a D Reaper. So it looks like my buddy actually corrected him on that there. Digivolving into the Jamming V. And then into Flamedramon. Then playing out the 2-color Searcher Vmon and grabbing the Magnamon. Mother D Reaper will promote, absorb the Searcher, swing in with Pendulum, hit Megadeath, suspend the one that hasn't attacked, and bounce the one that's already suspended. Play out the Searcher for 1, and then a Bubbles to attach a Searcher from hand. Brings up the Flamedramon there. See a swing in. Just hits a Searcher. Swings in with the Vmon, hits Pendulum Feet. Plays out Davis Ken to choke to 1. There's another Reaper in hand. Let's see if he can make his way up there. Absorbs a Searcher. Swings over. And then swings over again to clear it out. Plays Searcher for 1. And then that Pendulum Feet that got returned earlier. I'm going to grab the Jerry and the Searcher. Playing down Bubbles to pass the turn, absorbing a Searcher from hand. Demi V is hatched. Digivolve into the EX1 Vmon. Just reading over the tamer real quick. This was somebody that came to locals that hadn't really played much since BT5, so he picked up D Reaper and he did pretty well with it. It's such an odd deck, but it's actually a really good deck for beginners because it's mostly contained within its own archetype. Very, very cheap to build. Just read the cards and play. So we see Searcher Vmon grabbing the Magnamon. Double Hammer Spark there. Digivolve into a Magnamon to give himself blocker. Looks like it's only +2 right now, only 1 armor and trash. Absorb the Searcher. He's going to swing in with Bubbles. He will block. Swings in. Swings in with Pendulum. Swings in with Bubbles. Plays out Jerry. Does the search with Jerry. Adds a Searcher. We're up to 6 at this point. He's already done the reduce this turn, so if he plays out that Gatekeeper, it'll pass him all the way over to 10 memory. So it's just going to play a Jerry to pass turn. Alright, he'll promote, gain 1 memory with the dual tamer there. Swings in, hits Searcher. Digivolves into Magnamon for 3. Swings in. This Magnamon is still just 9k. Hits another Searcher. And now we see, looks like a Jogress play for Chimeramon, tucking under the Flamedramon there. So now he is 4 colors, so that's minus 4k to the whole board. He's white, blue, yellow, and red at this time. So it will delete the 2 up front. He will swing security. And then Lobomon for game. Now we move on to game 3. Looks like D Reaper finally gets to go first for the famous Hatch Mother, Searcher for 1. Looks like they're discussing the last game a little bit there. I think it's no rookie again, but we do see the Davis. So Hatch, play Davis, Finding another rookie. Grabs the jamming V. Mother comes out, absorbs the searcher. Plays another searcher for 1. And then another searcher, this time for the reduced cost. And then pendulum feet for 3. Looks like he grabs the searcher and the gatekeeper there to hand. We have the jamming Vmon Digivolved into Flame Dramon. And then a blue memory boost. Picking up the Lobomon. The only card in the deck that searches it, so good he got it there. Swing in with Pendulum Feet. Absorb the searcher. Play X Antibody. It's actually showing him it does go to the bottom of the sources. Not really relevant in this matchup, but in others it definitely would be. Playing out the Searcher for cost of 0, reducing by Mother's Effect. And then playing out the Jerry, setting him to 3 with his Memory Setter. We see Fire Rocket played. Swings in. Hits Reaper, but armor purges. Hits a second Reaper, but has jamming. That Vmon is surviving today. Hammer Spark, Digivolve into Magnamon and unsuspend. He's still under the effects of Fire Rocket, so swings in, 2 more checks. Hits Searcher, and hits Searcher. It's always best if your armor dies off on that initial swing, in case you can Digivolve and suspend it again. Looks like you're going to get another Digivolve, this time into Magnamon X Antibody. So 4 checks and a golden armor Digivolve straight up into the, well, yeah, Mega at this point. Letting him know that because it does have an armor underneath, he can redirect all attacks directly to him. You see Searcher go under. Jerry tucking yet another Searcher. We know he's got the Gatekeeper in hand. At 5 sources, it would cost 6. Still a bit pricey. And it's not active yet. But he is going to play it, reduce the cost by 5. Putting him to 5 and recovering 1. He's gonna hatch, Digivolve into the Searcher V. We know he has the Lobomon in hand. See a Hammer Spark there. Might need to Mega Death at some point. Gonna swing in, hitting another Gatekeeper. He's had that same Upamon on field for the longest time now, and I think that's his one of egg in the deck. So we're gonna see Dual Tamer. And then a Lydramon come out. Searcher is absorbed, so now both of those Gatekeepers are live. Everything has security attack -2. Swings in, hits a blue Mem boost. It's checking to see. Yes, he can redirect the attack at any time. He's gonna swing directly into it, forcing him to purge. Playing out Searcher for 1. You see the Pallades head. And it will purge it. And then Starmon will kill off the poor little V. Finally died. Alright, we see Lydramon come out. Start at 3 with Davis, go to 5 with the Dual Tamer. Going to swing over the Jerry. Armor Purge. Digivolve into the Magnamon. At this point, Magnamon's pretty big, I think. So +3, I think that was, putting him up to 11k. So he's gonna swing into the Gatekeeper. So I think he was 13, so he lives. Cracks the memory boost. Digivolves into Lobomon. Swings over the Pallades head. Still not quite enough to close game out. Plays out the Searcher V, revealing the Megadeth there. But he's going to opt to grab the Magnamon X. Slots the Searcher underneath. Plays another Searcher. And there's the Reaper. He's going to go ahead and Pendulum Feet. He's going to swing in with Gatekeeper first. Swings in with Starmons. Hits the Davis. Grabbing Magna. I believe he's at 7 sources right now, but one of those is an X antibody, and he needs all 7 in order to play out that Reaper. Plays out Creep Hands. Sets him to 7. Oh, I see. He was doing it for the memory, but that doesn't happen until after promotion, and that Tamer's already gone. Digivolves into Jamming Vmon. Digivolves into a Magnamon. So plus 8k right now. Showing him all the armors and trash. He's going to opt to swing into the Gatekeeper. Creep Hands will block it. See how he closes this game out. Plays Hammer Spark. Double Fire Rocket. Swings in for 2 checks. And it lives. But I don't think he has quite enough memory to go into the Magna X to close out the game. He's going to swing over the Starmons. It's just going to Digivolve into the Magna X to pass the turn. And it still keeps all of the buffs. So it is still plus 8k, making it a 19k. Just gonna slot the searcher underneath. It's going to play the reduced cost of the Jerry, and then play out the Reaper. So a bit of a misplay there. He didn't realize that it still kept all of the buffs even after it digivolved up. So that will actually kill the Reaper, because Reaper only goes up to 17k at that point, and Mother doesn't have the sources to make Gatekeeper live anymore. It's always a tough matchup there. He'd still be able to swing in and get more damage, but here is the D-Reaper list and the Armor Rush list. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the digital plane playing the Digimon card game.